Today we're going to be concentrating on a breathing technique called Kapalabhati. This is a frontal lobe cleansing technique. The literal translation is Kapala, skull, Bhati, shining skull. Kapalabhati is a kriya and cleansing technique. Kriyas are used in yoga to help with the spiritual practice and moving beyond the physical and expanding spiritually. The kriya literally means action or activity, and it's there to help with this activity to improve your spiritual awareness. Now, there are some contraindications. If you're pregnant, on your period, or have heart conditions, please refrain from doing this, as it can actually be very uncomfortable for the body and may cause complications. Also, we need to be aware of our own breath technique before we actually take on this video. So we have to be aware of our breathing and what's naturally easy and comfortable for us. Some people do use Kapalabhati in a way that is very quick. And to start with, especially if this is not something you've done before, this is to be avoided. It's to find the space in between each one of the breaths to understand the breath more comfortably. We use a passive inhale and a forceful exhale. And we use the full length of the lungs. So it's always good to make sure that we have the correct breathing techniques for diaphragmatic breathing, because we should be breathing and expanding through the chest and through the belly. And when we exhale, it is almost like an encouraged exhale, a gentle exhale with a little bit of force added to it. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking in the breath through the nose, and then we're going to be quite passively, and then we're going to be exhaling quite forcefully with the contraction of the tummy muscles and pushing the air out. Also, when you actually contract back through the tummy muscles, you want to be pulling your anal muscles up in towards your body, so you're pulling up and out the air. So the chest itself is going to be quite passive, and a lot of activity is going to be happening down here. So let's have a think about how this works. We're going to be breathing in through the nose. Just relax the chest, but contract back and up. And let's consider our timing like we mentioned before. We only need to be breathing in and exhaling at this kind of pace. Over time, you may wish to increase that. But remember, we don't want to be feeling dizzy. And we're using this technique to bring ourselves into a place of more clarity so that we can find a place and a space to transcend our energy. After you've done the exercise, you may feel like you want to lie down for a moment. You may feel like you can enter quite easily into a meditation. Also, with this technique, you may find that when you wake up in the morning, you use this technique and it energizes the body. It helps with the nervous system regulation, and it helps with digestion and metabolism. So, okay, let's get started. If you wish, you can place one hand on your tummy or just underneath the rib cage, and this is going to help you to feel what's going on. So before we even start to use that exhale force, we just want to take a breath in and feel that our diaphragm is opening. Feel there's an expansion all the way down the body. And let go and just let the chest drop. Now from here, we're going to breathe in and use that force, pulling up and in the body. Feel how the movement underneath the hand. And relax. We're now going to continue this, and we're going to do it for a count of 10. Now over time, you may want to build this up. You might want to start every day with 10. You might do 10, go away and come back and do another 10. And when we get used to this and we get used to the oxygen flow in the body and how the body responds, we can actually be doing this for really quite some time, maybe even 30 minutes. But we do not need to be doing that today. We're just going to start out and we're going to learn how this breath works. It can bring about some very profound changes if it's done on a regular basis. So it is worth knowing how to do it. So you can keep your hand on your belly here for your guidance, or you can place your hands down on your knee And just rest the wrists, just rest the hands. Close your eyes if you can, if you feel safe enough to. Take that breath in nice and quickly. Sorry, slowly, gently, passively, and exhale and out. Let's keep going. And rest. So let the breath move in and out back to neutral. And observe how your body's responding. Do you feel lightheaded? Do you feel quite calm? How does your heart feel? And see how the rest of the body has responded. And just sit still with this for a moment. And we can make sure that the air is moving correctly in the lungs and through the body and through the channels of energy in the body. And we can take the hands up. You can either have the lattice hands towards the ceiling or place them into prayer, which feels more comfortable to you. But stretching and reaching through the entire body. And we're going to go again for 10. So let's take that breath in. And release. Bring the hands back down. Just find your peace within that. And sit and observe how the body's responded. And relax. Carry on practicing, see how you go. Namaste.